Segueing from the trans issue to my next topic, there's a little bit of some sinew holding this together. If you remember, some time ago, a person who may or may not be named Bew allegedly killed him and or herself in an act of revengeance against the Kiwi Farms, which was revealed to the world. But I'm not talking about Ezra Miller. I don't fucking care about celebrities. I really don't. Oh, what a surprise. What a surprise that some other Hollywood elite molested people. I'll give you a hint. They all fucking do it. They all do it. Every single celebrity that you can think of, I don't give a fuck if it's Elon Musk or Bill Gates or Ezra Miller, they have either been raped or do rape. Every single one of them. There are no heroes. If they get put onto a silver screen in Hollywood, if they are a member of Congress, if they are in the political elite, like there's pictures of Trump with Jeffrey Epstein. Guess what? That motherfucker went to Epstein Island and fucked kids too. I bet you every single one of them did. I bet you, what's his face? Ivanka Trump was whored out from the age of 3. They're all evil. It's not complicated. They just want to fuck kids, and they want to talk about fucking kids and laugh about it behind your back, and there's nothing you can do about it. So yeah, okay, another celebrity was raping kids, and then guess what? Vince Vaughn sexually tried to force a woman, a female referee, to give him a blowjob, and then when she said no, he raped her. I believe that too. And Dick Masterson's on Twitter saying this is great. Who doesn't rape women? So it's like, whatever. Okay, you know what? If it's a celebrity, if they're on the payroll of some big Hollywood studio, they rape, or they get raped, okay? Or they do both. I'm sure there's lots of women out there who were raped, and now they're just okay with it, and they rape too. And it's just like, that's the circle of life, you know? It's eat or be eaten, motherfucker. Done with it. Anyways, so there's Hector Martain. Hector Martain was the person who announced to Twitter after Bew allegedly killed him and or herself, and is a core developer on the Asahi Linux distribution. He is a weeaboo. He was from Madrid, but they worked together in Tokyo, and both were a part of low-level development and emulations, I'm pretty sure. He used to be a developer for Pixev, and now he just kind of does whatever and collects anime figurines while living in Tokyo. So we can see here in his Reddit history that he talks about Cerno being the strongest. Oh, remember what I said about Cerno? This person definitely watches little ice fairies get fucking decapitated. One thing is that Bew has committed suicide, and then a couple months later he's talking about Cerno. Actually, 1 month later he's talking about Cerno. Can Cerno become the strongest idol in Gensyokyo? I hope she did it. Now, he has been shilling a VTuber named Asahi Lena, not Linux. This is a VTuber now called Asahi Lena, and he has been advertising her, or him, definitely him, on Twitter. And at one point, there was a wacky thing where Asahi Lena took over Hector Martain's Twitter account, which has thousands and thousands of followers, because he was the one who wrote the story about Bew, to shill their Twitter account. And then even Kanini, or whatever the fuck this guy's name is, he goes by Ariadna Connell, but they went by Kanini or Kaninin or something, or Kaninshin. I don't know what the fuck their name was. It just means bunny in Swedish or some shit. And this is what they look like. Now this person, Kanini, said, BGP is a protocol on type length value frames. MikroTik is a vendor that hires Muppets for developers because they're Slavs. You know, Slavs can't do anything right. But what if we send a BGP message to a MikroTik with an incorrect length header such as 5000? I'm sure a website relating to farming various fruits knows what happens. Now we do use MikroTik, so they're sitting here thinking like, how do we shut down the Kiwi Farms? Maybe we can do a BGP based attack on them, and they're bragging about it on Twitter, I guess. I don't think anything ever came about from this, and this is what they look like. And by the way, they're from Northeast Oklahoma. Did I mention this last stream? I feel like I mentioned the Oklahoma last stream, because it's like these people are coming out of like, this is like the middle of the country. And they're ruining it for everybody. West Virginia has trannies. Maine elected in Portland a first-generation Somali immigrant Muslim woman as like their mayor. from northeastern Oklahoma comes whatever the fuck this is. And by the way, I think they look exactly like this picture of this thingy from Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. It's just pretty much a 1-to-1 match. But this monster is trying to shut down my website, and I'm the bad guy. Anyways, so this person knows Hector Martain, is my point. And they're advertising them about VTubers. And apparently they're even a part of some big fucking VTuber group of, I think, tech-related VTuber personalities. You have like Asahi, Lena. This is their group is called Null Pointer Live. This is Lethal Bit, Lena Asahi, Luna Fox Girl. That is the most trans name ever. Luna Fox Girl. Wow. Foxgirl.gay. And then K. Whatever the fuck. So, guys, I don't think I've ever played any VTuber. Actually, no, I did once. Shamefully. But let's check out a VTuber from the Hector Martain stream. You ready? Oh no. My computer, my shitty broken computer or web server may be trying to save you guys right now. Uh-oh. You know what? I even went over here and I clicked play to try
any of your computers.
Nope. Thanks for letting me borrow your ThinkPad.
What? I never gave you permission to.
You didn't say no.
Wait, don't you have 2 MacBooks?
Oh, don't be ridiculous. I have 4. Air, Pro, M1 Pro, and M1 Max. But the other 3 are for hypervisor use only.
And you wonder why you get calls from the credit card company.
It's not my job.
You're a student. Studying is your job. You're gonna fail your classes if you spend all of your time writing drivers.
Jimmy, that only happened once.
If it
I just realized they have a Spanish accent, so this is definitely just Hector Martin's like Troon Sona. But
happens again, I'm telling our parents.
You wouldn't dare.
Wouldn't I?
The Spanish accent and the falsetto is that's making me think of Cartman's little like hand puppet for Lopez. What the fuck is her name? Jennifer. My name is Jennifer Lopez, and I like tacos y burritos. And that is exactly the voice that.
Don't you also spend time writing drivers?
Oh no, I love you, Ben. Tacos and burrito flavored kisses.
Responsibly, in between classes, and from a laptop with every day. You're reckless. You
Say
don't
it.
take these
Speak more.
Mom thinks it's about the beer. It's
No.
not. I don't drink.
It's not
named
about
after
the
the
beer.
Macintosh Apple. Hold on.
Oh, wonderful. So there's a new hot VTuber for you all to check out. If you like taco, if you like taco flavored kisses, you can check out City Linux and enjoy some quality programming streams. Okay, now this one's not a fake tranny VTuber. I would like to tell you all about a story, a true and honest Kiwi Farm story. First of all, I want to do a poll, just real quick. How old do you think this character is? How old do you think this character is? Under 12, 13 to 16, I'll say. And then over 16. We'll just do a nice little poll here and see what people think, because now apparently this is an unpopular opinion based on the feedback that I've received from my moderation decisions over the last week. I feel like I need to ground myself in reality, so a little bit of community poll. 13 to 15, 16, dude, under 12. So this is what happened. I deleted, where do I want to start with this? I deleted pictures of this character in lingerie, and it was kind of like they were positioned sexually, and there was like lingerie, and I'm just like, this is like 3D lolicon. I'm just going to delete this because this is like a child character model. I'm just going to delete this. And I left a note and I said something like, I want to crush weeaboo skulls with my boot or something. That was my removal message. So in this post, I just deleted the softcore stuff. I didn't ban anyone. I didn't, lock the thread. I didn't even make a post about this. I just edited the message, kind of like the mods on the Microsoft board. I just left a message. Like, I deleted these pictures because I thought they were underage looking, and they're kind of sus. And I don't know what they are, but I'm not okay with it. So I left it there. Because the rule for that thread is no thirst posting. There's no porn. There's no thirsting over the characters or whatever the fuck. I would allow... I'll say that for later, but... and then people got mad at me for this. And said Josh is spurging out again. He's fucking with the thread. And I'm just like, bro. And I even took... Because I know that in art, in drawing, there's like... You can age a character by how many heads tall they are, because your head proportionally grows slower than the rest of your body. So if your head, as an adult, your head is like you're 7 or 8 heads tall, and then as a teenager you're like 6 heads tall, and then like as a preteen you're like 5 heads tall, and then you're like 4 and less as a child. So I did the test. I actually drew it out. This character is 5.5 heads tall, which is about 13 to 15. So everyone who guessed 13 to 15, your eyes do not deceive you, because that's what my totally scientific test came out to. And I know they have exaggerated features and shit, but it looks like a fucking kid. I don't know what to tell you. So the poll results were 80% under 16, but 13 to 16 was 42%. It was basically split between under 12 and 13 to 16. So, I'm talking about this with them, and I'm just like, I'm like flabbergasted that they're angry with me for this. It's like, this shouldn't be, a thing. It shouldn't be a thing that is complicated at all. This character named Sashi was voiced by this woman, alleged woman, I'm pretty sure. And I did not know this when I deleted the images, but the pornographic, softcore pornography of this character put out was done by this woman. She had a Patreon for her VTuber shit, because this was a small time character. She had a Patreon for it, put out the lingerie photos of the character on her Patreon to get money, and then Sashi graduated, which means that because all of the characters are in high school, I fucking guess, because they graduate, and then they're out, and probably because they did this and it pissed off the studio, released ecchi or whatever of their character. Now they come back as Amelia Watson. So this one is famous. Amelia Watson has like 1.6 million subscribers on YouTube. They made over 500,000 pounds of income off just super chats, not even including anything else. So I've definitely seen this character before. I never saw Sashi before that post, but I've definitely seen this one. So it's like, this is one of the big ones that is really famous. And their voice actor is this degenerate freak who releases lolicon pictures on their Patreon. And I guarantee you that they retired and moved to Amelia just because they got into trouble with their studio over that. And that's why this character is more, it looks a little bit older. It's more proportioned more like an adult. So then I think that's it. I argued with people and said, really, enough's enough. Don't post any porn. And if you had characterized it as this person did this thing and I'm criticizing that, I'm like, okay, then that's one thing. You can archive stuff, but that the post was like, have you guys seen these before? Here's the porn. It's like, okay, the forum is not a porn sharing website. It's not. I don't allow that for anything. Even in threads about OnlyFans horrors. You have to if you're going to post something not safe for work, you have to characterize it as a criticism. So I'm going to hold the VTubers to the same standard. It's not just a porn sharing site. You have to actually be saying something with what you're posting. And I leave it at that, and I leave. And then I find out a day later, because somebody complains and talks to staff, says there is a person in one of the community boards who is poking fun at people in the VTuber thread on their Discord. I'm thinking, what Discord? So it turns out that after the first time I yelled at the VTuber people, they made an emergency bunker Discord, and they all crowded in. And there's like 200 people in this fucking Discord, which is just a VTuber Discord for the Kiwi farms. And now there are people in that Discord who are spying on them because they freak out anytime I make fun of them on the site. And I'm like, so you're asking me to protect you and your off-site activity from reprisal on site from people who aren't doing this gay shit. And I never got a reply from that person, but I looked at it and like, there's 5 different porn boards on your Discord. Why do you need 5 different porn boards for your Discord? This one says lewds not safe for work, which I don't know what the fuck that means. How is something lewd and safe for work at the same time? I guess like not explicit. That's etchy. That's like the lingerie stuff is quote unquote safe for work. Then you have lewds not safe for work, which is just porn. Then you have lewds cosplay, which is real women, I guess, dressed like this character. Imagine being so desperate for attention as a real woman on the internet that you have to dress up as a fucking as Watson, as like a Watson anime character, and then fuck yourself just to get men to pay attention to you. Like, no, actually, I won't. Your titties and Vagumba do not interest me unless you're dressed like my favorite anime character. Could you please dress like this for me, please? And then it gets put into this fucking. It gets shared, it gets stolen. Somebody just steals it and uploads it on some shitty Discord server. Then there's lewd cursed. I don't know what the fuck that is. I'm gonna assume the worst and say it's probably lolicon or like gore or something. And then there's lewd's other. So it's not, so lewd's other is for lewds that are not safe for work, not safe for work, cosplay, or curse. I have no clue what would fall into that category. It seems like the other 4 conclusively cover 100% of all possible topics that could exist for any pornographic picture. But for some reason, something happened. I guarantee you that when they sat down and laid out the boards, they started with lewds. And then people got into a fight like, I just want to post wholesome, etchy lingerie of 13-year-old girls. And these people are posting her getting fucked. It's like, okay, well, we'll make a safe for work and a not safe for work version of this board. And then in the not safe for work version, someone started posting cosplay, and then they complained saying, can we get these 3D pig disgusting real flesh women out of my lewds not safe for work category? Nobody wants to see that shit. That looks like roast beef. All my anime characters have better looking vaginas than that. Like, okay, fine. We'll make the cosplay category for that one. And then someone posts some really fucked up shit and not safe for work, where it was like, okay, we need a special category for this one guy who's into this really, really fucked up fetish. And then somebody went to the cursed one and posted something that offended that guy. And he says, I need another one for this guy because he crossed the line. I'm not putting up with that. I can't share a space with this fucker. He is crazy. So that became lewd's other. And then somewhere in between this, these people have found enough time to complain about me for 22 pages of search results in this Discord, where it's just like, okay, but we need to end this. We need an emergency meeting to decide what to do now that Nola's complaining about our lolicon again. We have to figure out what we're going to do. Just a mess. So I make fun of them for that. And I say, look, I never, like, I try really, and people get mad at me on this and say, oh, Josh is, is trying to force people to be friends with him by keeping them on the site. But it's like, I try to, like, the reason why I work hard to get the chat to look right is because I don't want people to have a reason to go off site. I know that there's 2 reasons that people are driven off site, primarily. A, voice chat, which I will never offer because the one time the Kiwi Farms had a voice chat, a user named Pine Tar threatened to rape somebody because he got too drunk. So since 2015, we've never had a voice chat or TeamSpeak or a Ventrilo because people can't stop raping each other in the voice chat. So that's just been even when we had the Sneed cord back in the day, the rule was that the voice chat was not open unless there was a moderator there, because then people are less inclined to be retarded, and we would just close the voice chat if nobody was actively moderating it. So, So yeah, I know voice chat's the thing that some people want. I will never provide that, and if people need a voice chat for whatever reason, I would trust me, you don't, because people are autistic and annoying, and it's just awkward being in a voice chat with a bunch of people from the forum. In general, being in one of those Discord voice chats where it's like 20 people who do nothing all day but are just like passively plugged into a voice with their mics open so you can hear them typing and like vaping and shit. It's just the worst auditory experience you could ever possibly inflict on each other. I have no interest in voice chats, what I'm saying. So then the other one is band users. And that's why I'm thinking about reforming the rule set so that we never permanently ban someone unless they're like actually like a menace, because it is true that when someone gets banned, they will they'll contact their old friends, they'll exchange discords and shit, and then those people end up in like a splinter discord, and they just like jerk off each other and become like horrific menaces over time because they get mad that so and so is banned, so then they start taking it out on me, and it's like, bro, I'm sorry that your friend's banned, but he's a fucking spurg lord. So I don't know. I'm probably gonna I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I've been talking about it with the other staff, and I have a vague idea of how to go to like formalize bans and stuff so that they're more lenient. But it's just it's one of several things that I've been doing. Like for instance, the main issue. Yeah, feedback loop. It is true, and it's like, yeah, I feel bad. I don't like banning people, but people like really, really try hard. Once it becomes obvious that they don't want to be a part of the forum anymore for XYZ reason, they will like continuously up the ante of deliberately trying to piss me off until I ban them, and then they complain that I'm being harsh on them. It's like, bro, you got to work with me to a certain extent. We have very few rules, and if you could avoid, deliberately shitting up the place, it would help a lot in being able to keep you around. But yeah, charge them $10. I don't know, man. I'm not gonna lie, we've not had registrations all throughout June. And throughout June, the forum has been kind of chill. There's not been a bunch of like new retards coming in, shitting up the place. The chats have been pretty chill. Everything's been kind of chill. So gatekeeping a little bit is working out, and it's giving me time to look at things and kind of take it slow and change the rules a bit, add a board, add some chat, spend some time developing, talk to people, and figure out what to do. Because with this board and with the political board, it highlights two challenges with being a please do not open up registrations. I don't know. I'm really afraid. I guarantee you that the July users are going to be horrific if I do open them up. But the issue with running a big site like this is that not all areas of the site, which are big now, are areas that I'm interested in. The political area of the site, I'm not interested at all. I'll look at like an article every so often and make fun of it, but like my opinions are already like, I know what they are, and I don't need to read articles that reinforce my worldviews already, which is almost exclusively what news is. I've noticed that nobody ever reads the news to become educated or informed about a topic. They read the news because it's like, I'm already angry about this, and I want specifically to find more instances of, Republicans oppressing poor trans children, or I'm already pissed off about trans shit, so I'm going to read some articles about how trans people molest each other and kids and shit. And it's like all these people, all you do when you look at the news is you try to find articles that already reinforce what you already think. So I find the whole exercise pointless, and I don't really spend time there. And I don't really care about convincing other people of my opinion because I know I'm right 100% of the time. And I don't really care about having my opinion changed because I already know I'm right 100% of the time. So I have no issue, and I have no interest in like debating people about shit either. So then, if we have a lot of people who want to talk politics, which we do, and it's a big area of the site, and it's very active, and they have their own culture and shit. It's like, how do you moderate that? How do you keep that good for those people who you don't really have anything in common with because you're on your own wavelength? So it's kind of like I have to find people I trust to manage an area of the site that I can't personally manage because I don't read it or use it myself. And it's also becoming a thing with the VTuber thread. It's like, so what do I do with them? I can't moderate this because I don't read. I have less than zero interest in VTuber shit. When I see VTuber shit, I get angry. Like I have negative interest in this. So how do I like moderate it if I don't want to be involved? And anytime I get involved, it becomes a huge ordeal. And option A is to always just get rid of them, which is kind of mean. Just to say like, oh, I don't like anime, and it's kind of childish to be like, I don't like anime so much, I'm just gonna like ban any discussion of it. That doesn't work. That builds up resentment, where it's like now these people hate you and they're gonna go out of their way to like fuck with your site and shit. And then the other consideration is to find someone who can be like a representative of that area and manage it for you. And it's not an easy task to find someone like that because I inherently don't trust anyone who watches anime. So how do I find someone who's both in touch with the VTuber community and someone I trust when I don't trust anyone who watches VTubers? It's sort of like an irreconcilable position there. But Such is life. Flamenco for Janny. Well, if only I knew someone who was super into the anime stuff and was one of the best, most loyal Jannies that has ever existed. If only such a person was around to help out and to lend his broom. Flamenco says no. not Flamenco. Someone else in mind. Someone who's more sweepy. Gator. I need to get Gator to be my official VTuber senator. To represent the interests of the VTuber community, like back in the old days of the Continental Congress, he's arriving by horse with his signed petition from his constituents. But yeah, so that's the VTuber thing. The other, and like I said, I found a guy for the articles and happenings who I really don't even know. He's been around for so long, from 2016. He's never changed his name. It's so strange to me when I see a guy who's like 7,000 posts in, been around for 6 years, and I don't remember ever seeing him post before. But the community is so big now that it's like that all the time. I see people who have thousands of posts who have been around for fucking years, who everybody knows except me. It's like, how are you avoiding the Eye of Sauron for that long? It's crazy. So we changed the rules around a bit, and we had a new board, and I gave people back their fucking stickers so I can rate people autistic. I'm gonna rate you autistic. So, this guy is a Neko rights activist. I hate the anti-cat girl. Yeah, you're fucking autistic. I'm gonna like this guy's post. Look, now everyone, I'm gonna give them a chance. I'm gonna say, you guys, maybe you can be not retarded. Maybe we can work this out, but I hope so. Because like I say, I always prefer this fictitious stature where it's like everyone gets along and shit, as opposed to being like, yeah, no, we just can't have you around. But the main thing is that it is a community. It cannot stand divided against itself. So if there are elements in the community who harm the overall health of the site, I will get rid of them. And I'll say, I probably have already done so with people who are exclusively there to like share porn of like OnlyFans horrors. I deem that the Coomer element would probably be more harm to the community than good. In particular because some of the best users on the site are in the beauty parlor. And it's like you can't have you can't foster like a community that's like 40% women, but and also have people who only post to like post revenge pornography of random horrors on the internet. It's like those things are mutually exclusive. So and Coomers are kind of disgusting, and you don't want them around. Hello, Slub Power. By the way, I added a new chat just for the political board, and I might add one for the off-topic boards as well, because now that I have Sneed Chat running, I can do that. Anyways, beauty parlor worst board. Just because you don't understand it doesn't mean it's the worst board. Okay. Look, this guy has an anime avatar, and his name is BBC. Just unbelievable to me. I'm gonna shut this off before people start posting images. So that's the update on the forum.